Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As always, thanks for your support. We really appreciate it. The last couple videos, we really appreciate your comments and the support. I wanted to get this out right away. I wanted to get it up. It's going to go up right away. And it's on something that Steve and I have had to deal with. And I'm kind of happy and I'm kind of wary. I'm mostly happy about this. Finally, a vlogger, I shouldn't say finally, a vlogger, another vlogger, let's just say that, is getting his just dues. So the Philippine government announced today, actually the case started, at least from my research, 4 days ago, on a Russian vlogger. And again, I'm getting this off several sources, and one of them being the actual Filipino government, and the other one being the Filipino news agency covering this. So this vlogger is Russian. He's 33 years old, and it's my understanding that he has like 10 million followers, which is, insane. I think I see where this is coming from and where it's going. So this is what I call fool around and find out. So this guy, probably every video, wanted to up himself, and finally just started harassing people. We see some of these pranks online and shake our head and wonder, when will it stop? We've seen people shot in America. In a mall, a guy actually shot a vlogger who was trying to be funny, and the guy didn't know it, and the guy moved in towards him, and he shot him. And as far as I know, he just walked away. Another guy smacked the crap out of a vlogger who said horrible things to his girlfriend. And if I believe that case, he actually walked away with no charges. I don't know civilly. I think it'd be a tough case in court if you want to sue this guy for hitting a vlogger who said just horrible, laughed at his girlfriend's misery. So that cat had it coming. So what I wanted to talk about is, Steve and I have dealt with a couple of cats, one in particular, who just, was unrelenting in his weirdness. And when I started filling in for Steve, when I started helping Steve on this, somebody said to me, "Hey, this guy's making fun of you now, or he's talking about you." And I have mixed feelings on it all. So I'm kind of taking a new tact. If something really stupid, like the video I did about meeting the Nazi in the elevator, I realized after I edited some of the horrible comments, I should have left them up, because they told more about the people posting than they did about me. And when you speak, my old man used to say, be quiet and people won't know you're an idiot. And my old man was direct and to the point, and I love and miss him. And so the point of that is that, instead of me taking down these posts of these horrible people, leave them up there. People will see how horrible you really are. Anyway, we were actually harassed by this one guy, and he was so weird. And somebody said, "Hey, he's talking about you now," being me. And I went and saw, I didn't even see him talking about me. I went and saw that it wasn't me. It wasn't just me. He was talking about everyone. Everyone that had any kind of following. It was like he was jealous. So the point of this talk here, my fireside cabana chat here, and I soon will have a new cabana to be filming from. I'm looking forward to that. The point of this is that you come over here, you got to be careful. We are used to being able to say and do certain things, that whether it's Thailand, whether it's Philippines, whether it's Myanmar, especially not Myanmar, but whether it's Singapore, wherever, Japan in particular. Japan just had a case with a guy, and I believe they actually still have him in custody. But this guy would go to country and just do horrible things for laughs, and he thought it was great. And finally in Japan, they actually tracked this guy down and started smacking on him. Like, "Oh, you want to make fun of us? And they actually had like posts. They actually had Facebook groups tracking his whereabouts so other Japanese people could go and just tell them how they felt about him. The point of this video, though, is that it appears that the Philippine government is going to take actual action, not just deport this cat. We're talking, the stories that I've read, and again, the government website, the news website, and one more website too. They were talking about, I don't know, 4 years in a Filipino jail. But the things he did were, if I read them correctly, pretty egregious. Getting in people's faces, causing trouble wherever he went. So 33 years old, Russian, from Florida. That's where his green card, that's where he's living before, getting in trouble. So Steve and I talk about this quite a bit with expats that come here. This is not America. It's not Russia. I don't know what you're used to doing in America or what you're used to doing in Russia. You come to the Philippines and, fool around, you're going to find out. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you're following this story. This vlogger, I'm of two minds. I really hope that they throw the book at him. It's high time. If you go on the internet, and it's one thing to see fail army, which I sometimes enjoy, the front wheel falling off a bike and nobody gets hurt, but we all laugh. Or, guys that, think that it's funny to go up to your girlfriend and ask her for a date while you're right next to her. That kind of crap it's coming due. What do you think? Have you seen it? Tell me your thoughts. This is Rich in Thailand and the Philippines. Have a great day.